H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter alongside Jim Hicks, sometimes Chris Walker. Coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is Wednesday, right? Women Rock Wednesday. I can't wait to get this show started. Just, oh my God. Y'all, let me tell you, you know I love you. You see I got Savannah. Oh, you see I got Savannah over here. You know, and her husband and her son. But y'all, it's interesting. I want to talk to y'all about some stuff today. You know, I really, really do. You know, I'm just making sure all my devices are working, and it's fun. It's fun to be able to just sit in this space and converse with each other, man. It's just it's a privilege. I don't take it for granted. Take all of you serious. That's why I always shout out to my starting five. We got D Holcomb, we got Simeon Sims, we got Brad Kimball, we got Jeremy Davis, and we got Sterling Creeks over there in the YouTube. And then, but we got Daryl Anderson, we got my girl Brandon Nickerson, and I'm calling everybody. I know it's big. I know it's big. It's Women Rock Wednesday, but I'm calling everybody out today. Calling everybody. I just want y'all to know I appreciate you, Big Coach. Big Coach, don't be scared to come back with your questions. Uh, 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 I know I'm trying to. You know, I was thinking about something, and I'm just trying to get us to understand it's all right to disagree, and it's all right to agree. You can agree to agree. That's what I be trying to. I be trying to get y'all to understand. I instead of you know how people be talking about, man, we can agree to disagree. I don't. Why not? We can agree to agree. Y'all don't realize I don't be want to be in disagreement with y'all. I want y'all to tell me why I should agree with you. Cause I'm just not the kind of guy, y'all. You know, some people just kind of go, well, let's just go along to get along. No. I'm going to ask you another question. Some people can't, they get offended because they can't answer those questions, and they get offended. You, you know, y'all done heard them. Some of y'all done it. But it's okay. Big Coach, he quit on me yesterday. He just did, he asked a question. I guess I answered because he didn't. But man, I love that kind of stuff, Big Coach. Jay Jackson. Man, I love Sterling Creeks. I love it, man. Jeremy Davis. Because we have got, man, we got Curtis George. I see you in the background. You ain't said nothing. I see you. But I see you. Let me see who else in that background ain't said nothing. I think we have Marcus Carroll. I got you, baby. I got you. You the man. You the man. But it's it's unique. It's unique. One of my partners called me this morning. He always being messy. Yeah, I got some folks, man. The folks in my life, they just something else. I'm trying to just find. I'm going to do some stuff. Oh, there it is. That is right there. That is right there. Let's see who else. I'm trying to see if it's somebody else only I've missed. Okay, I got y'all. But share the show, everybody. Yeah, I share. I share already. Yeah, I share. But where should we go? Where I'm gonna go today? You know, gave y'all some yesterday about the Boston Celtics. People calling me some. But you know what? You know what kind of troubled me a little bit? Women Rock Wednesday. Uh, Let me, cause I didn't do much research on it. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. I didn't. But I saw a post. Uh, from this dude. I think this dude, you know, the little food critic dude. Uh, uh, see, I'm trying to choose the right word because you know I don't like talking about people. But this little food critic kid, Keith Lee, I never bought into him. I ain't really just never. I don't have to like everybody. What's up? What's up? Hey, Henry Kikuya. The Chop Shop has graduated. We not only talk about what's happening in the sports world, we talk about what happens in the world. And we have pivoted. We have evolved. Even when you came on this show and we talked about you and what you were doing, had nothing to do with the sports world. So people think, and I know it's a sports talk show, but I keep trying to explain to people, Henry, the Chop Shop was derived, the word Chop Shop means chopping it up in the barbershop. Even LeBron them stole, they didn't go with the Chop Shop because we was on before that, the shop, and they just brought the chop. They just brought the shop. So you shouldn't, Robert Hatter's is not going to use this platform to just talk about sports that you can go on ESPN and just talk about all day long. Everything, I mean, sports is a part of the world. So we're going to talk about sports. I've been in the sports for most of my life, but like they said, you're more than an athlete. I can talk about more than sports, Henry. Think about it, Henry. If we were talking about sports, you would have never been on the show. Because your thing was about getting athletes or our students eligible to go to these schools at a higher rate and better grades. They ain't got nothing to do with sports. Thank God that we knew even back then it was bigger than sports. I know it, Henry. Henry, I'm glad you did that because I wanted to. I got a sports background up there, but I'm gonna tell a story about this background up here that can help our young kids. It's what I love about this show and what we share on this show. That's why I ask you to share the show every single day. Share it because somebody might need to hear this about this great family behind me. Because they always talk about our other families. Well, it ain't no black father. There go one right there. I love it. But, Henry, it would be more nepotism if you had a company and you go hire your son and your daughter and your people in all the key positions like Jerry Jones did. That's nepotism. What LeBron did was use his leverage. And my friend brought it out of me today. A partner of mine called me this morning, right? Robert. And he busy right now because I see he ain't popped on. But he coming, he gets me to talking. He called me early in the morning. Robert, I just want to know, because I hear people talking about this and talk about LeBron and talk about LeBron. I'm watching y'all. Y'all are using me. And I don't mind you using me. Guess what? Just don't abuse me. Okay? I don't mind being used. I just don't want to be abused. So, excuse me. I don't want to be misused. I put it like that. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't want to be misused. Use me, but don't misuse me. Okay? That's a better word. Better. But he called me this morning because he wanted to hear my view. Henry, he wanted to hear what the Robert Haller got to say about this. Because them people are talking this. Okay, I don't mind. But guess what? It's a leverage. It's greatness. Because if he wasn't great, it wouldn't happen. No, Walmart didn't do that. See, Henry, I love it. Henry, stay on the show because you're giving me. Henry, you're giving me stuff. Walmart didn't do it. He just He just died and left his kids to his inheritance, which all of us should do. When he died, he put his kids, he had so much wealth. His kids was the richest people in the world. He had so much work. He divided amongst his kids. That's inheritance. That's not nepotism. What Jerry Jones did is nepotism. Hiring all his people in the key position. That's nepotism. I had it for you yesterday. I had it for you. Because I want us to be, hold on. I want us to be on top of it, Henry. Look at you. Kendra, you got a daughter already with your look. Boy, you ain't but 12 years old. We're around here messing around. Boy, I got to talk to you, Henry. But hold on, Henry. Y'all read this. I'm going to read this again. Maybe nepotism. Y'all be hearing on it. Nepotism is the act of granting an advantage, privilege, or position to relatives or friends in an occupation or field. These fields may include, but not limited to, business, academia, politics, entertainment, sports, religion, healthcare. So it is some nepotism, even with friends. So Rich Paul, y'all didn't say nothing about when Rich Paul, he helped Rich Paul out. Y'all didn't call that nepotism. Maverick Carter, when he put him in a position of power, y'all didn't call that nepotism. But if, by the sense of the word, you are granting an advantage, a privilege, or position to relatives or friends, Kelvin Sampson, exactly. Oh, man, I love this boy Marcus Carroll. See, I know this gonna be a good day. Where my women at? Amen. Where my women ain't saying nothing. Y'all notice I did not wait on the women to get on the show. Cause let me tell you, if they don't understand, cause I got my girl now, my girl Brandy here, but I'm not finna wait on them other women. Men, y'all take over the show if you want to. Take over the show. Thank you. Kevin Sampson, Johnny Jones, all that family members on key staff position in the basketball program. Because they got leverage. Leverage is mean they got something these people want. Johnny Jones got knowledge and a coaching expertise these colleges want. I can have my son. Kevin Sampson got. That's why he didn't go to the. I remember he was. They talked about him going to the. What's that? Orlando Magic. Now you can't bring all your people with you. He said, "Okay, I'm gonna stay here in Houston." Timothy Tita. Oh my God, nepotism. But I don't hear nobody talking about that. I don't hear nobody. Doc Rivers, that's the lie from the pit of hell, right there. See now, this some of this stuff that y'all we got to stamp out. Doc Rivers ain't did nothing for Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers was the baddest player I ever seen in my damn life in high school. One second behind Big Coach. Big Coach, I got Big Coach. Big Coach, you got to get your mind thinking right. You can't keep putting this kind of mess on the screen. This 2 days in a row, Big Coach. Explain to me how Doc Rivers and his son. Doc Rivers ain't gave his son no job. His job not assistant coach. Austin Rivers was an NBA player. 12, 30, over 10 years of playing. What are you talking about? See, y'all, I love these comments because these comments give me a chance to educate. What are you talking about? Come on, Big Coach. Now you're going to get quiet on me. Now I know you're going to get quiet, but I want you to come back and explain it. Let me give me some water. Women Rock wins. I don't care if the women in. As far as getting him paid in the clip. gonna let y'all dispute this because I see this kid. He don't know what he's talking about. He ain't got a clue as far as getting him paid with the Clippers. Man, the Clippers deal wasn't his biggest deal. He was already in the NBA. What are you talking about? Big coach. What's up, Robbie Young? What's up, man? Marcus Karen. Big coach. Just sit back and listen right now, son. Go do your research on that one, son. Okay? But at least you didn't say, well, that's my opinion. At least you didn't say that. Big coach, go do your research. I don't even want to even go there. I know that family too well. I don't even want to go there. Because I can tell you some things that'll blow your head up. He didn't get him paid. Austin Rivers went to Duke, was a bad man. Austin Rivers got himself paid. He was the number one in the country in high school. He went to Duke. How in the hell is daddy? Sometimes. I hope you just playing with me on that one. But let me keep going. I just hope. But let me get back. Politics helped him with rankings. Who? Politics help who with rankings? Henry, what are you talking about? The number one pick in it. So we got Henry. Henry, politics help who with rankings? Doc Austin Rivers? Henry, did you see Austin Rivers? I remember some kids coming from Houston. I forgot who they were. Came back telling me, man, they had a little light-skinned dude down there in Florida. They Austin Rivers. They didn't even know it was Doc's son. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Look at Manny. Henry. Henry, I know these your opinions, but do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, when you put an opinion up here, make sure you have some facts to back it. Just don't, because saying the wrong things are dangerous. Saying the wrong things are dangerous. Then you talk about Manning. All the Mannings were the baddest things in the world. What are you talking about? The Mannings were better than his daddy. Archie was the worst one. Henry, I know it's the midday sports happy hour, but y'all let me put this stuff up on this board. These guys, I don't know what these guys talking about. Kevin Drone. Would you help this guy? This man said, look at Mannings. He said the Mannings, nepotism helped the Mannings. Oh, I'm not a sports guy. Okay. Well, then you ask the question. Then you put a statement out there like, okay, you're not a sports guy. Okay. What did they do? Okay, I got you. The Mannings were not nepotism. The Mannings were some bad-ass dudes. Happened to be. Archie Manning was all right. Peyton was great. His brother Eli was great. And the nephew going to be great. I mean, I don't see how nepotism got nothing to do with this. I don't care if his biggest contract came up under his father. You look it up. That wasn't the reason he got the big contract, because somebody else would have gave him the money. That's what you don't understand, big coach. You look it up. I ain't got to look it up. I know. Hold up. Big coach. Just like my boy Fob yesterday. Y'all just can't say uncle. I think you need to go look it up. You saying Doc Rivers, only reason Doc Rivers played Austin Rivers was a badass dude. Don't you ever forget that. Playing had nothing to do with nepotism. You can keep on. Brandy and Manning received a lot of NIL because of their names. Well, it's got a good name. Well, then make sure you have a good name, and then your son can receive it. Good names are good. Good name is good. That's biblical. Make sure you have a good name. You did look it up, but did you go look at? You just look up the circumstances before Austin Rivers, big coach. This is the last time. I see you ain't got a clue of what the hell you talking about. Go look up the market for Austin Rivers. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Instead of going and Googling some bullshit, go look up the market for Austin Rivers at that time and explain to me the market. Because I'm trying to teach your ass something you don't even want to hear. I hope your players listening to you more than you listening to right now. You going on Google and looking at something. That ain't had nothing to do with nepotism. What I'm trying to tell you, Austin Rivers is a badass dude. So let me get back to what I need to talk about. I looked it up. Not true about Archie. That dude was bad, management messed up, and been yeah. Again, I mean, but this is our time to teach. But listen, in class, when the teacher tell you to go look it up, I ain't telling you to go look up what he got. Go look at the market. Austin Rivers was a dude. He didn't need his daddy to get him no money. Okay? He had money before that deal. Nothing to do with nepotism. I happen to know that family. Nothing to do with nothing. Thank you, run. You know what? Run. I guess teach this lesson. I guess I got to teach this lesson. Big coach, you make sure you're listening right now. Hold up. Let me see. Hold up. I got something better for the coach. I got something better for the coach. For big coach. Cause a big coach, he trying. Big coach, I got something for you, buddy. We gonna figure something out here. LeBron is not somebody just texted me. LeBron is not the owner of the Lakers. Good one. He's not. Big coach. The world's most intelligent people consistently keep an open mind and are willing to change their opinion when presented with new information. The problem in everybody have an opinion is everybody has an opinion. Social media, big coach, is so much better when you simply just block some stupid people. Right? Sometimes you just block them. I won't block y'all because I don't think you're stupid. I think I love your opinions and you're giving me a chance to teach. I love it. But all I was trying to do was tell you to dig deeper. Don't just stop there. Go look and go tell me the other offers that Austin had. Tell me Austin's fair market value in that particular free agent realm. You have to come a little bit better than you just come up here telling me, I looked it up. That's not nepotism. Doc don't own the team. Doc don't have the power that LeBron James has. So when people try to teach you stuff, you know, sometimes I love this, but sometimes you have to eliminate the triggers, access to your energy. But I love this. When some people get, cause people be texting me, people be DM. Y'all know I never answer DMs that much. I don't, cause evidently if you ain't got my number, you really don't know me, right? Uh, but I remember this guy named Stephen Hawkins. He said, ignorance is not the problem. He said it's the illusion of knowledge that's the crust of the issue. Let me go back. Let me go back. He said, Stephen Hawkins, you can look him up. He said, ignorance is not the problem. Ignorance means you don't know. That's all. It's, it's the illusion of knowledge. Thinking you know. That's the crux of the issue. I'm gonna repeat that because the people in the back, Rhonda Baker, you're gonna use this. So you can tweet it. You can tweet it, Rhonda. I'm gonna let you. You got my permission, but I told you, Stephen Hawking said, ignorance is not the problem. It's the illusion of knowledge. That's the crux of the issue. When you think you know something, you are subconsciously sending the message to yourself that you don't need to learn more about it. And that's harmful. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That's the goal of true education. That ain't me. I got that from MLK. The problem is, see, Henry, that's why I got the sometimes, but I'm gonna tie it all back into sports because all of this got to do with sports. The problem is not people being uneducated. The problem is that people are educated just enough to believe what they have been taught and not educated enough to question anything from what they have been taught. That's why I told you to go farther. Because you'll question what I said. I said, just go farther. And then you'll understand that Austin Rivers was not a recipient of nepotism with Doc Rivers signing him to the Clippers. Just do a little bit. I know you have a right to your opinion. That's why I love it. And that's why I want you to keep talking. No one is trying to erase your opinion. But people have a right, y'all, to their life experiences. I've had life experiences with the Clippers. Best friend, coach for the Clippers under Doc Rivers for a million years. I came back. The last, one of the times I was in LA, I came back and gave y'all. I never forget in the Lakers not the Clippers practice facility. My man, the trainer told me, man, watch what you say in this building. Everything is taped. Everything is listened to. Because Steve Ballmer, Microsoft, tech wizard, got listening devices everywhere. I ain't gonna lie, I'm in there. but, but they know. But what I want you to understand is the world's most intelligent people constantly keep an open mind and are willing to change their opinion when presented with new information. It makes me think about Adam Clayton Powell. Y'all know one of my greatest leaders, unlike other leaders of our time. Adam Clayton Powell understands the need for black solidarity despite difference of opinions. He didn't agree with Martin Luther King. But he understood the need for blacks to stay together, despite difference of opinion. See, opinions, you can have a lot of opinions. What's up, Trey Phillips? That's fine. You can have a visceral reaction to things and strong feelings. But if it's not grounded in actual facts, it's just uttering. Let's stop uttering. Let's have knowledge of a thing. That's all I'm doing. See, opinions. You, we should talk based on what we know, not just stuff we feel. Feelings are not reliable. You remember I tell you, don't get your facts and your feelings mixed up? Feelings are not reliable. And you can choose what you feel about anything. That's the amazing thing about being a human being. You can choose to be outraged and upset, or you can choose to be happy. But knowledge is here, and you can choose to accept it or not read a book. And you can choose to hear what I just said and not go study what I just said. And you can choose to keep having that opinion. But you can also choose to say, wait a minute, let me look at Austin Rivers' history. To know a man, look at his history, not his story, because he'll tell you anything. Look at his history. Look what Austin Rivers is. First round draft pick of the Pelicans. First lottery pick. See, that's why I didn't add up what you were saying. And listen to me. All black people don't think the same. That's why I love to hear your comments. What's up, Elliot Bill? Man, I'm seeing y'all quiet on me. We just talking about nepotism, and I call it leverage. And I'm gonna get into that. See, I was finna go in on my family right here and talk about how great this family is. But I'm glad Big Coach came to me with something, and somebody else gonna come to me with something else. But I'm gonna get back to it today. But all black people don't think the same. I know it's made to seem that way. That all of us on this feed has the same thoughts about issues and situations that are out here in this world. I know we don't. That's why I challenge y'all when y'all are coming up. I know we don't think the same. And we don't have to think the same. I don't want you to think. I love it. Notice, ladies and gentlemen, if I say anything about your tweet or about your comment on this show, y'all should know by now, man. It moves me. Hey man, I just talk like this. Somebody just sent me another text. Hold on. Okay. I got you. We don't think the same. It's not a good deal. It's not a good idea for all of us to think the same. You know why? Because if we all in a room and it's 10 good ideas, right? And we throw 9 of them out because we want all of us to think the same way, that might be destroying some of the better ideas in the room. Listen to me. After I hear someone's opinion, I focus on what was said, not who said it. If there's any truth to it, I learn some, because it usually is. You got me? Sometimes we got to have that conversation, because sometimes, me being in this position, Y'all don't understand. If I say something about your tweet, your Reginald, if I mention your comment, it moved me. It had some. It moved me. It had something, or it moved the people that I know gonna tell me talk about that tweet. So what? Let's go here. Let's go. Cause I was thinking about leverage and the perks that you have when you're great. Y'all know the VIP access. Certain people have VIP access, certain people don't. Told you about the time I went to Miami. Shout out. I ain't gonna call his name because I ain't got his uh, uh, okay to call his name out, but a man in the basketball community in Dallas area. We went to Miami. Uh, you know, I went to watch Memphis play. Memphis played against some teams at Miami Arena. So, I'm just sitting in the hotel. He said, "Man, let's go out." I said, "Okay." Okay. He said, "We're going to the spot." I said, "Okay." He's back and forth on the phone. So we get in the car, driver take us. We go down some little alley, right? Okay. So we're in the car waiting. Then all of a sudden, 4 or 5, maybe 6 of the biggest ass security guards I've ever seen in my life came out to the car and got us and walked us in like we was. Listen, y'all. I walked in there, John. I thought I was Chris Brown the way I went. I walked in there, them folks looking at me. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I loved it. I'm used to it, but I loved it because usually I'm on that side of doing that. But there's somebody else hooked me up. First of all, I don't go out. But I said, okay. I never put the club called Story. We go to the back. Y'all gotta understand, ain't nobody back there. The dude walked us in and put us in a section right there. Bottles and everything right there ready. And I'm looking around like, I know people say, well, who in the hell is that? Them the perks. I guess my man knew somebody and we had leverage. And I know it was a part of whoever it was who was over it. I know Lil Wayne had something to do with it. So I'm forever indebted to you because I had the greatest time in my life. But I'll never forget. Sometimes I have to tell you a story because I'm talking about leverage and perks. We were at the we were at the All-Star game in DC. Penny is in the game. So I had one of the most marquee clients in there. But during this time, my football players were hanging out with me too. I didn't hang with Penny. Penny, I sent him ahead. So I had to make sure I had my football clients. And football players are not as known as basketball. This is a basketball all-star event. So this lady I had met uh, a couple of nights earlier at Magic Johnson events, she wanted to ride over the event with us, right? And I just met her on a Thursday. This was a Saturday. She was in the car. It's me, her, and Charles Talal, I think, and Anthony Dorsett. So we in the car. Never forget it. So we pull up to the event. It was like at a museum. And the fire marshal said, can't nobody else get in, Reginald Simpson. So all these people, important people outside, could nobody else get in this place. Penny already inside. He ain't answering his phone. He can't come out and get me. Right? So I'm stuck in there with my football player. Don't nobody know them. So the girl I had just met, the lady I just met 2 hours later, she got on the phone. Never forget. All of a sudden, people start parting ways because it was crowded. Another whole group of bodyguards, police officers, whatever, come and ushered us into the event. She was just a come along with us. I was supposed to be hooking up. Because one of my clients was in the All-Star game. I couldn't get in. First of all, we didn't try because there's too many people. You know how people just surround the door. I'll never forget it, man. They walked us in. So the football players looking at me like, Charles, I'm looking, just boy, you that dude. So we walk in. I'll never forget. She was the manager of R. Kelly. She was the manager of Shantae Moore. Me and her never talked about this. I just met on Thursday now. I didn't. And the people who were giving the event, who was responsible for giving the event, them her business partners. She made that call and walked us right in. Y'all, I never seen nothing like. Wait a minute, yes I did. One more. I got to give you one more event. I'm just telling you about leverage and perks. At Soul Train Awards, Whitney Houston had a party at the House of Blues right there on Sunset, if anybody familiar with it. Never forget. So we couldn't get in. I'm with the same football players I'm with now. We had no action. Derek Thomas, everybody, everybody outside. Stars outside can't get in the House of Blues. Never forget it. I'm just telling y'all, I just got the luck of the draw. So so we're standing out there. All of a sudden, it's limo pull up. Back then, they were still using limos, not the SUV. Limo pull up. I'll never forget this, right? We standing outside. So limo pull up. Guess who got the limo? Tiger Woods and Greg Nard. Greg Nard was Penny's facilitator. You know, like when Nike got a top player, they put a guy on him and make sure they make sure the guy got his gear and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what they call them guys, but Greg Nard used to be with Penny, but now he's with Tiger. Greg Nard, we had a great relationship. Tiger, I met him. I showed y'all pictures of when I hooked him up with Penny. I think I got it still somewhere on my computer. But he walked up. I said, Robert, why are you waiting out here? I said, can't nobody get in. Next thing you know, ladies and gentlemen, walk straight in. And I'm telling this story. I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to set y'all up for something. I'm trying to see if I still got it. Let's see. Here it is right here. Here it is. You know, because we got some new people might not know. This is a one-of-a-kind picture right here. I'll make sure I got it. Yeah, it's going. But leverage and perks, the things that LeBron James, the power that he wields. No, he don't own an NBA team. No, he don't. An NBA team, but his power. He is powerful. His agent, Rich Paul, is the most powerful. Here's the picture. So of course when Tiger walks up, Rob, come on, you with me. All of us get right on in the party. All them other people stand outside. Never forget it. Never ever forget it. That's a one-of-a-kind picture there, right there. Look, all of us got on Nike. It wasn't planned. This particular day, this is at Penny's house. They all stay in the same community in Orlando. I was on the golf course playing around, practicing. Tiger came by, And he asked where Penny was. I said he around the house. He went. He followed me in my golf cart. We went around, and I made sure they got together. And they went in there and started playing all kind of games against each other. They so competitive. They want to beat each other in pool, ping pong, every video game in the building. He stayed in there for hours. But LeBron James let put Rich Paul in a position of power. Rich Paul is the most powerful non-owner in the NBA. Okay? The most powerful non-owner in the NBA. LeBron James is the most powerful. So, you telling me that it's nepotism? That my son playing for a Power 5 conference team? No, he didn't average a lot of points. My son got a 40, how many is 40 something? Y'all, you remember when I came back and I told you I saw him in person? I couldn't believe I said he was going to, when I came back, I'm going to find that show. And when I came back from LA, I said, this boy is better than I thought. You know, because I've been hearing it, little boy basketball. But man, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, it's called leverage. I'm a leverage negotiator, right? When you got leverage, you can ask for stuff. When you got leverage, if you ain't got no leverage, like much as I love Marcus Carroll, I can't get him in the league. Much as I love Reginald Simpson, I can't get him in the NBA. I don't care what you do. Much as I love who else on the field? Much as I love Malcolm Hall, I can't get Trey Phillips. I can't get him in the league because we have what? No leverage. LeBron got leverage. So with leverage come perks. You get extra stuff. LeBron got a what? No trade clause. Ain't nobody else got no trade clause in their contract this year. Bradley Beal had one. He had one. I don't think, but he's still on the same because I guess he still got one. It's hard to get a no trade clause. Then LeBron come this year. Guess what he do? He signed a 2-year deal for the max, not the 3-year deal. I don't know why. But I want to share something with y'all. Something happened yesterday. And what only thing I don't like, Tank. Let's just stop it. Let's stop acting like LeBron is just another second round pick. On this show, when you get in the barbershop, Gory Allen, when we get in the barbershop, stop them all in there, man. Just stop it. Let's stop acting like this boy. This is not a normal second round pick. Let's stop being disingenuous. And the Lakers need to stop it too. Let me show you why. Share the show, y'all, because I'm going to give you something. Hold up. Where O'Brien? Watch O'Brien.
Preliminary conversations you've had with your father about what's expected in the NBA and what you can expect to hear and see once you start playing?
We haven't gone too deep into that stuff yet, especially because we haven't even started Summer League yet. But, just stuff that he's been telling me my whole life, just having that work ethic and coming in and getting your work in and listening to your coaches and being coachable, stuff like that he's driven into my head my whole life.
What have
parents, stuff that he been putting in him his whole life. Parents, I'm finna talk to y'all. Summer basketball, y'all need to get on the feed because I got something for y'all. Got something for y'all in just a minute. Did y'all hear that, young man? Y'all hear? Hold on. I'm not through. But then this clown, shouldn't say that, but the head coach, I didn't like this. I'm going to play it.
with Bronny, I want to clarify one thing you just said, which is Rob and I did not give Bronny anything. Bronny has earned this, right? Bronny talks about his hard work. Bronny has earned this through hard work. And for us, prioritizing player development, we view Bronny as like case study one, because his base level of feel, athleticism, point of attack defender, shooting, passing, there's a lot to like about his game. And as we sort of build out our player development program holistically, he's going to have a great opportunity to become an excellent NBA player. With Bronny, I want to clarify one thing you just said.
And I agree. Y'all know who else was the 55th pick in the draft? Patty Mills. He turned out all right. See, the Lakers and J.J. Redick need to stop with this acting like Bronny is the same as everyone else and they're being treated like everyone else. This isn't the case, ladies and gentlemen. It looks so much worse when he come on there and when they're not truthful and honest about this thing. It is what it is. I'm telling you. It's leverage. It's the perks. But while I'm pissed off at J.J. Redick, before he said that, the reporter didn't even ask him nothing about. Let me tell you what the reporter did. I didn't like the way he interrupted another reporter saying, no, don't say that. Bronny has worked his tail off and every bit of this. Call it what it is, y'all. And it's okay if he got there because of his daddy, Tank. And y'all gonna kill him because of his daddy. Soon as he make a couple of mistakes, y'all gonna make up a mixtape like you did for Giannis' little brother. And they gonna put it all over the internet. But the Lakers are killing me. But one thing I love, and this is what I'm gonna give to the community, being coachable. Bronny is coachable. I talk to my kids all the time about this. My son, he's a whirlwind. He told me he didn't want to be no coach because he afraid them kids gonna do him like he did his coach. That's what he told me. He said, man, I can't deal with these knucklehead kids. I was one. He told me that. Because what I'm trying to tell you now is going to transcend sports. The ball is not going to bounce forever for nobody. For your son, don't bounce no more for my son. Tank is over. He don't play no basketball too much no more. He work out all the damn time. Gorie, for your son. James Gentry, for your son. Melvin Marks, for your son. Reggie, the ball gonna bounce. Trey Phillips, the ball gonna stop bouncing. Being coachable is the equivalent of being teachable. Where is my young people? You have to learn to listen, big coach. Even when you don't want to. Right now, it's with your coach. But in later times and in other times, it might be your boss. Right now, it's your teammates. And in other time, they could be your colleagues. And there are so many similarities between sports and life. That's why I always talk about life on this show and how it correlates with sports. Being coachable is incredibly important. Just hearing and accepting and learning from criticism. Y'all, I'm watching y'all kids out here, man, in summer basketball, and how all of them think they know every damn thing and not being coachable. And y'all setting y'all ass up in there, allowing it to happen. For those that truly matter, these kids got to listen. The people that make decisions, the people that you work with, you have to drill this into your children's heads now, all the time, all the time. It's important. This is how important to be coachable is. LeBron taught this boy how to be coachable. He said he been teaching me this all my life. So he don't have to give me no crash course on what to expect. I've lived this with him. It's nice to hear that LeBron has been drilling this into Bronny and Bryce's head and Yuri head since they have been young kids, young men and young ladies. Bron hasn't always been the most coachable guy, ladies and gentlemen. But I leave that alone right now because David Black would say, coachable? Hell no. I'm just being a little sarcastic. But y'all, the reporter right before J.J. Redick just ran his mouth. Let me play it again. Let me play it again so y'all can know what I'm talking about. Watch this.
With Bronny, I want to clarify one thing you just said, which is Rob and I did not give Bronny anything. Bronny has earned this, right? Bronny talks about his hard work. Bronny has earned this through hard work. And for us, prioritizing player development, we view Bronny as like case study one, because his base level of feel, athleticism, point of attack defender, shooting, passing, there's a lot to like about his game.
Disingenuous. Bronny ain't earned nothing. I didn't say he earned it. He ain't earned nothing. How the hell he earned it? He had a good gene pool. If LeBron James wasn't his daddy, this year he wouldn't have got drafted. 55 and given a guaranteed 4-year deal. See, that's why I say we can't. And guess what? The reporter said, this is what the reporter said, and JJ. Now, I just had to show you what he said. The reporter didn't even say nothing about Bronny. I mean, in a fact that what he was given. This, what JJ, I'm finna tell you exactly what, because I couldn't find the clip from the reporter, the whole clip. But I'm going to let you know what the reporter said. JJ, you're going through your first draft. What did you like about Dalton and Bronny? And what was it like having them being the first players you were able to help select? And that's when he came with that. Should I play it again so y'all can understand the context? Before he answered that question right there, that's what was the answer to this question. Watch it. I'm going to set it up for you. I'm the reporter. JJ, going through your first draft, what did you like about Dalton and Bronny? And what was it like having them being the first players you were able to help select? And this is what he came back and said after that.
With Bronny, I want to clarify one thing you just said, which is Rob and I did not give Bronny anything. Bronny has earned this, right? Bronny talks about his hard work. Bronny has earned this through hard work. And for us, prioritizing player development, we view Bronny as like case study one, because his base level of feel, athleticism, point of attack defender, shooting, passing, there's a lot to like about his game. And as we sort of build out our player development program holistically, he's going to have a great opportunity to become an excellent NBA player. With Bronny, I want to.
Marcus Carroll. Let me put this on the screen. It's unheard of because ain't nobody ever been like LeBron. Are you been listening? It's unheard of because unheard, and unprecedented. Of course, LeBron is unprecedented. Ain't nobody never been like him. Ain't nobody ever got his homeboy to be the most powerful non-owner in the league. So I just said leverage, and I don't think y'all listening. Leverage and perks comes with being great. I got you. But what the hell was JJ Redick talking about? The reporter wasn't talking about Bronny getting anything. He asked, what is it like to draft these two guys? This was the first time you ever been part of a draft process. What, am I missing something there? Wait, hey, the men that took over Women Rock wins. I don't know where the women at, but we ain't gonna even worry about it. It was nothing to interrupt. It was nothing to verify there, man. I think it's just instinctive defensive reaction to Bronny. Even got the boy being a little disingenuous. Bronny said he never thought about playing with his dad. Bronny, if they told you to do that, quit listening to their ass. I hate to tell you, crap, don't listen to grown folk, but you grown now. Son, if you want to chart your own course, then I look at this Lakers, right? Dwayne Casey withdrew his name from consideration. Don't nobody want to coach with this damn boy, JJ Redick. Then they said Nate McMillan and Scott Brooks. Nate McMillan and Scott Brooks, they weren't gonna never get in the league. No way, nobody want them. Then Dwayne Casey said, no, man, I'm good. I ain't finna pack my family up and come out there mess with that mess. That dude gonna get fired next year, man. Then they gonna put me on the hot seat. Then they gonna fire my ass. LeBron James, y'all. Agreed to 2-year, $100 million max deal. It's making me think, because he could have signed a 3-year deal, this might be the last contract he ever signs. And what I'm going to do, Jay, I'm going to cherish the potential last moments of his career. Why should Phil Handy feel insulted? Help me, Mike. Talk to me. I'm going to put it on the board. Why should Phil Handy be insulted? Help me. Educate me today. Because I had saw something Phil Handy. Tell me, Marcus, come on. You been typing? Come on, talk to me. Why? By JJ coming to him to be his assistant? He offered him a job. He ain't finna be no head coach nowhere else. Y'all want me to tell y'all why Phil Handy don't get ain't got no job? No head coach job. He's too negative. Talk too crazy to the player. That's good as a workout guy. So now y'all, I'm just letting y'all know right now, that's the knock on him around. He's too freaking negative. Okay? That's something for your barbershop that y'all didn't know. Evidently, y'all people keep asking me about Mark Jackson not getting a job. They're not going to give him a job. Mark Jackson pissed off a very strong segment of the NBA's brass, and they're not going to do it. Now Sam Cassell, I don't understand, unless they just don't think he's a leader, unless they don't want him in the room. Because Sam is very qualified. And let me tell y'all something, and I'm glad Marcus Carroll brought that up. Usually, when you interviewing for the job, they ask you who you plan on having for your head coach, your assistant coaches. So JJ didn't even have to tell them that because he ain't got none. Man, I might stay out in LA for a while. I got to figure this stuff. We got to start getting opportunities like this. I got to figure this out, y'all. I'm going to figure it out. So y'all in Houston, our young kids coming up later, y'all going to be able to get opportunities like this. I'm finna figure this thing out. Tank, I got to figure it out, Tank. So when your son come up want to be a coach, your Kevin Jones, I got to find out. Eric Boone, I got to find out. Robert Young, I got to find out. I got to call. I ain't even called him yet. Hold up. Let me text him. I got to see if D. Jones gonna be back. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. We got to have my boy D. Jones on there. They just had Nate. I just said that, Derek. But Nate and Scott Brooks, don't nobody want them. No, I'm telling you, don't nobody want to work with this dude, man. Y'all, what I'm going to do right now, I'm serious, y'all. I'm going to cherish these potential last moments of LeBron's career. Because I like him. Los Angeles Lakers project to be $100 million over the $1 million over the $188.9 million second apron with 15 players, including Bronny James. Using the $12.9 million mid-level exception, mid-level, or acquiring somebody via sign and trade is very unlikely now because they went over the second apron. I'm going to tell y'all about it. Do anybody want to know? I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about the second apron so y'all can be the smartest people in the damn nail shop, in the barber shop. They would have to significantly reduce their payroll. Hey, Kim. Hey, Tanya. How to see if you can get Cannon an intern position with some of the Lakers. Got you. Now I'm gonna put him on JJ Redick's staff. JJ Redick gonna mess around and call him the N-word, and Cannon gonna hit him in his eye. So no, sir. No, you good, Derek. Derek, we miss you. Yes. LeBron signed a 1+1. Yes, he did. I think they're gonna make the playoffs. I do. I think they're gonna make the playoffs. I think they are. I don't know why. And Herb, I'm gonna tell you, it's because the guy you told me about. Boy, this gonna be white. Boy, hey, Lakers gonna be white boy cooking heaven. Cause him and Reeves gonna be cooking. Y'all, man, I told y'all, I like LeBron them now. I like Savannah. I really like Savannah. But I like LeBron them now, man. LeBron gonna help coach the team anyway. LeBron is assistant coach. So he don't need Nate. He bringing Nate and them on. Man, they got 2 coaches already, man. Hold up. LeBron gonna sit down and get tired. Get Bronny some run. Bronny got a guaranteed deal, y'all. But hold up. He said, how do you play with said hey, man, y'all got me thinking, man. Y'all got me thinking. LeBron James, y'all, is now assured on being the first player in NBA history to cross the $500 million on-court earnings. He need about $20 million to get there. He'll make about $51 million this season. That's yet another milestone. Man, I like LeBron. Man, y'all gonna lay off LeBron. Y'all know I like Bronny. I think it's cause of Bronny. Y'all know Robert love the kids. And Robert love the kids' mamas. Robert love the kids and Robert love the kids' mamas. So guess what? Vanna, you need me? I got you. I love it, Clyde. Clyde, you see my people behind me? I got my people with me, Clyde. Huh? No, it's not the first guaranteed second round deal. It might be the first second round guaranteed for 4 years. Because a lot of second round kids be guaranteed for 2 years. But Clyde, it's a great day. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, Clyde. But y'all, let me explain something to y'all. That I don't know, Bobby Marks, y'all might have heard it. Bron got a no trade clause, player option. He's set to retire as a Laker. And I was repeated early. Patty Mills was taken with 55th pick, and he wound up printing a good player. But JJ Redick, y'all got to help me with this one, Clyde. JJ Redick is the coach, and no one want to be on his staff. LeBron get his son on the team, and the Lakers miss out on all the good free agents, Tarkins and Dalton Connect. He saved them. Herb told me about this kid a long time ago. Herb, you was absolutely right. See, Herb, I don't know it all. You know it all. Was a steal. But he fell to the Lakers because of age concerns. When you're 23 years old, these people think you're old. But let me give y'all something, man. And then I'm going to end with the WNBA. But I want to explain to some of y'all, okay? Because y'all going to be hearing this word a lot. And if you looked at the Clippers press release. Come on, Clyde. I'm already out of here, Clyde. So come on, man. Soon as Redick make a couple of bad plays, Bron gonna be all, come on, you already know that. Come on, Bron can't help it. Bron can't help it. But let me explain the second apron a little bit. I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try to do it in layman's terms, okay? Because there's a whole lot of technical stuff, okay? But I'm gonna give it to you like this. I'm trying to figure out a way to give it to you. JJ Redick doesn't have a good coaching resume. He also never won a championship. That don't mean that. That don't mean you can't coach. Just because you don't have a good coaching resume, it don't mean you can't coach. I never. I just. He skipped the line, man. Shit, he skipped the line. But if you listen to the show enough, Malcolm, you would understand why he skipped the line. First of all, Malcolm, see, you worried about JJ and his coaching resume. He don't have to. He got the complexion for protection for collection. LeBron James started a podcast with him talking about how would you if we down 5 and we just went on an 801 and they called a timeout. Would you draw up for me with the ball? What would you draw up for me? They started a podcast right in the middle of the season. Right in the middle of the season. It was 32 and something. And LeBron started a podcast with this dude. Out of all the people in the world that he could have started a podcast with. So LeBron put this dude in power. Let me repeat that. You mad at JJ Redick? Don't get mad at JJ Redick. LeBron put him in power. All right? Let me repeat that. It's called leverage and perks. When you the king, you can get stuff done like this. The problem is, it ain't but one king. That's why ain't nobody else had did it. But let me tell you something. Let me show you. This second apron thing is something else. But LeBron James did all of this. Everything. You know I love, let me tell you what I like about LeBron. Clyde. Did you see him slide up into Clyde? Did you see LeBron slide into the press conference? He didn't sit on the front row like normal parents do. Him and Savannah. That's when you know he orchestrated all this stuff. I got you hurt. Him and the Vanna was over in the cut. Y'all, I love it. Y'all notice doing the coaching hiring. LeBron got with Radio Silence. You know he always talking. He ain't saying nothing about JJ Redick. He said nothing. Hold up. When they was trying to the fake hire of what's the man out there? And UConn, Danny Hurley. LeBron didn't say nothing. Go look at his tweets. He ain't say nothing. You know he always tweeting. He always tweeting. He ain't say nothing, y'all. Share the show, because we finna talk about it. I'm finna give you something on the second apron. Ain't nobody gonna give you. I'm finna give you some second apron. Because I mentioned it on the show, and I try to tell people about it, and people be looking at me, dude, let me give you. I'm going to put it to you where the ghost can get. Danny Hurley, yes. So, Bron, man, it's the baddest thing I ever seen. I know for a fact, y'all, they had a rule. It was a written rule that you cannot be a player and start an agency. It's a conflict of interest. So LeBron said, Rich Paul ain't had no damn money. Where do you think he got the money from? Selling jerseys out of his trunk. LeBron James. Then the Heat, because the agents was mad about it, the Heat got on him. So guess what they did? They sold the company. Clutch is not owned by Rich Paul. They sold it to United Talent Agency because LeBron was trying to build up his bank because he wanted to what? Be a billionaire. Hold on. He made Rich Paul the most powerful non-owner in the NBA. Power, leverage. And you think LeBron James Jr. is not going to get a guaranteed deal? You got to be out your rabbit ass mind to even think like that. Y'all don't understand. because you ain't never been great. If you ain't never been great at something, this dude is great. Greatness got this happen. Because if he wasn't great, this wouldn't happen. So we can talk about nepotism. I said greatness. Jerry Jones' ass wasn't great. His son them wasn't great. He just had the Dallas Cowboys say, well, baby, this your job, this your job, this your job, this your job. LeBron James had to be great. He didn't give all his crew no shot. No, he didn't. He didn't. He chose the ones he wanted to choose. So get all that out your mind. He didn't get all of them. What? Drew Joyce ain't there. He's a damn college coach. All them guys who play on the team, they ain't there. So he didn't give all his boys a shot. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to learn this stuff now. But I'm just so amazed in him, man. I'm loving LeBron James. I'm loving it. But let me tell you something about the second apron. The Clippers mentioned it, second apron, 3 times in their press release. I always remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you're reading, if somebody mentions something 3 times, it's very important. You follow me? It's the reason the Clippers had to let Paul George walk. Here are the things you can't do when you reach the second apron. Okay? It is the reason why the Nuggets had to let KCP go to Orlando. This would not have happened if they didn't put the second apron in this last CBA. Because these owners can't control themselves, right? The NBA wants it to be harder for teams to put together massive payrolls. Okay? Ironically, the Clippers are one of the teams that they put this in place for. Before the NBA, they just had the luxury tax in place. What the luxury tax is a threshold that which once you spend more money on your roster, once you spend that much money on your roster, you would pay $1 for dollar tax for every year you go over that number. So if it's $150 million, if you go over that $1 million, you will have to pay that $1 million in tax. If it was a repeater, if you do it a second time, it's called a repeater tax, they double, I think it's 10 times that much. They trying to prevent you from constant. So people was just going over the luxury tax and the repeater tax. They said they didn't care for consecutive years. So they had to put that in there. And it was going to get progressively worse in the tax for consecutive years, right? Which is fun that it hurt the small market teams. Like when the Thunder traded away James Harden, they didn't want to be in the luxury tax, right? It didn't actually impact teams like the Clippers because they had so much money. So they just said, we'll pay the luxury tax, right? So the NBA came up with some new rules. Are y'all following me? Rich owners like Steve Ballmer can say, I can pay the luxury. I can pay it. Small market teams say, I can't pay it. Memphis, I can't pay it. OKC, I can't pay it. Right? So the NBA, it actually impact teams like the Clippers a whole lot, right? So the NBA came up with some new rules. This how you get to the second apron, okay? So you had this. Hold up, I'm gonna show you how you get to it. Watch what they did. Watch this. You follow me? Status say you follow. Y'all got to tell me you follow me. Like I'm trying to explain it to you the best I can. So above the luxury tax, they tried to do something, and there's your first apron, right? And above that is the second apron. Okay? There is a point where you spend so much on your team, you are punished for doing so. You don't have access to your mid-level exception, which is a big tool teams use to build teams. You can you can't sign any player who have their contracts bought out in the middle of the year. You can't trade your first round pick 7 years away. You can't do that if you get to the second apron. That pick is frozen. You can't even trade it. So you can try. You can't even trade it. It's frozen if you go over the second apron. So they penalizing their ass. And when you make a trade, you have to take back less than or exactly the same amount that you're sending out, and you cannot add salary that's not already on your team. And uh, the and the one people got scared about, Jay Jackson. This is what everybody got scared about. If you're in the second apron for multiple years in a row, your first round pick, regardless of where you land in the draft, is going to automatically get pushed back to the 30th pick in the first round. No, it's not the IRS taxes. It's NBA. They got to pay the NBA, not the IRS. They tax NBA saying, owners, you got to pay the NBA every time you do it. You got to pay. You got to put it in a pot. But that's it, y'all. I'm gonna let Jimmy come in here right now. But that's it. I give you a little bit more on it, but because I got a little bit more on it. But that's what the second apron. When you keep hearing people hollering second apron, now you know. Now you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? People ain't gonna be able to just when you're in the barber shop, you can just get them, tell them, say, look, first we had a luxury tax, and then we had the first apron, and then after the first apron, we had to put in a second apron because they was trying to skirt the first apron. So I'm gonna bring Jimmy in here, man. Let me see. Let me get some of this stuff off the screen so I can bring you in. I was giving them a first apron lesson, Jimmy, because the second apron lesson, because a lot of people have been seeing this term pop up. You're gonna pop up soon, Jimmy. Yeah. They've been hearing this term, and a lot of people called me this morning and said, well, Robert, I don't know what a first and second apron is. And all it is trying to prevent, they're trying to prevent you from spending, having massive payrolls. And because you got guys like Steve Ballmer, who's richer than all the owners, can pay anything they want. So, and that wasn't getting it. So they had to start penalizing them. And Jimmy, that last one, if you reach the second apron, if you consecutive years, they take your next year's draft. No matter where you line up at, they're gonna reset it and put you at the back of the draft for the first round, and you're gonna lose your first round pick. Let me try to put you on the screen by yourself, and let me see what we got going on. Let me see, can we solo you and see, can I make it better a little bit? Yeah, man. I'm trying to upgrade some stuff over here. So there you go. It's gonna get better. It's gonna be better. What's up, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, shoot, man. I'm grooving. And of course, it's GMI weekend. 4th of July is tomorrow. That's for those of you and you firecracker poppers out there. Um, and Essence Festival is up on us. A lot of people be traveling to New Orleans to get that Frankie Beverly and Mays uh, tribute, or the Usher, or the Hot Boys reunion down in New Orleans. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you share the show if you haven't done so. Um, think on in regards to grassroots basketball, a lot of teams are gearing up for the live periods. I think many families are enthused, were impressed a couple of weeks ago with the with the various high school live events that took place, which they were cool. um, um, and it gave optimism for the recruiting or the exposure component of the recruiting process. So now you fast forward this stuff, and everybody gears up and heads into their respective platforms that they'll be playing in July. A lot of people are taking this weekend off to rest. A lot of people are, some teams are using it to make sure that their pencils are sharpened, figuratively heading into next week's live event. Um, so we still have a few spots open for the GMI, relatively thin this year because we moved weekends. Because knowing that we were not going to be make it live, so in order in doing so, say, okay, well, why don't we just move the weekend so people didn't get confused on if the GMI was going to be live or not. So that and we moved it, not realizing this weekend, the July 4th weekend, is not as popular as we once believed, or other people had tried to make people believe it was popular. It ain't that popular. So, but we're still available for a well-ran event. We'll be at the gym in the Tascan Humble, uh, and set for Saturday and Sunday, July the 6th and the 7th. You can go to rcssports.com. That's rcssports.com to uh, get yourselves a spot if you see it deemed to do so. So other than that, I'm looking on that, man. Wait a minute, who you got over there with you right there? What you got going on over there? Daddy daycare. That's what you got going on over there, don't you?
Hey, I got my
Or am
sidekick
I
with me. I
my
got my man
froze or
with me.
lagging? Let me see.
He quiet right now, so and then I got to mute him. I'm gonna mute him when he gets to talking too much, but keep on going. So I like that. So you're saying the GMI is not live right now, right?
No,
Not live
that
with
was the decision. Well, it used to always, it's always pretty much for most of the years been on the second weekend of July.
okay.
We decided to move it to the first weekend of July because that way it not confuse it with a live event, and people have to go and you have to go and ask them the same questions over and over and over. Is it
Gotcha.
live? Is it live? We knew
Gotcha.
we were not going to make it live because we only had about 4 or 5 college coaches, half dozen college coaches that would fall through there.
Okay.
And which way when and me knowing that those coaches, out of all of them, maybe one are actually thinking about some of these high school prospects that's in the building. They're coming by just basically to get something to eat and to say, "Hey, man, we're supporting your efforts, Jim Hicks." Well, and it could be misleading to a lot of them kids because they're not really studying about a lot of them kids. They're doing more. They're doing more talking upstairs or on the corner or in between gyms in the hallways with different people than they are watching basketball. So, and then when you think about all of the expenses that goes along with running a live event, you guys have no idea. You basically have to open up your books transparently. And you have to, for example, for a live event, Howard, you have to put the name of every single referee, phone number, mailing address, social security number of all of the refs. No, I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. Everybody that works the score tables, you have to put all of their information and give it to the NCAA. Every single person that's involved with the event. You have to let
Wow.
them know if you got sponsors. You have to let them know how much you charge at the door. You have to disclose all of this stuff before the event, and you have to do an after event review form. A lot of people, and so this is why a lot of people, uh, uh, a lot of people have gotten in, uh, not gotten in trouble, but gotten red flagged by the NCAA for doing events in the future. So that's the thing on that. But other than that, also, did you see I took a peek at the new new ESPN rankings for
No, I didn't see it.
players,
Mm-hmm.
and and was I guess somewhat astonished. Yeah, and you know, Paul being Cardi, he's the primary stakeholder in those ESPN rankings. There's a couple other guys that helps out, but he's the primary, right? Now, this 2025 class, it's ESPN. They're not going to update this list for a minute till the fall. This list probably not going to be updated until November. So that means the place and the range. Remember, I tell you guys, even though I don't do rankings anymore, that doesn't mean that I don't understand and have a professed knowledge of how to interpret some of them. And I tell you guys, the number is not so much as important as the range. It's easier with ESPN because their range is transparent by, if you look at the fourth or the fifth column, which they have stars. And if you would notice, the vast majority of the 5 stars are all ranged together. Then
Okay.
the 4 stars are ranged together. Then
Okay.
the 3 stars are ranged together. This means that regardless of what you did yesterday, those stars are a reflection on your recruitability for the next level. So that's the thing that you look at with the star thing. The stars, once again, when you see those 5 stars, a kid could have not done well in the last week or two. His 5 star is going to be the same. He just may not be in the top 10 anymore. He's going to probably drop to number 19. He's still going to be a 5 star. So those stars is what you take a peek at when you're looking as far as understanding what I've been saying for years about the range game. So now the range game can change based on the talent pool of the prospects from year to year. That means that in some years, there will be amongst those 5 stars, there may be 5 projected bona fide pros from within the 5 stars. Well, that may be just this year. Next year, there may be 12 projected pros amongst the 5 stars. It ranges, but those stars is different people have formulas for when they grant or apply that merit to a young player. 3 stars, I think, is what they go down to. If I'm not mistaken, you will see. Well, I'm looking right now. Hell, number 100 in the country, wow. I'm looking right now. Anywhere from check this out, number 18 all the way to 100 is 4 stars. So check out that range of number 18 all the way to 100. Well, that simply means that number 99 could be as good as number 18. Could be on the next level for trajectory. So this is what you're looking at recruiting wise. Their distinction, that is not much gap between number 18, 19, 20 than it is for number 98, 99, 100 as far as the next level. That means on the flip side, there are only 17 5 stars in all of the class of 2025, according to the ESPN module. This is not the Bible of rankings, but they are indeed the measuring stick. They are the rankings that everybody look at opposed to and compares other ones towards. For example, people don't say, you're not prone to hear people say, well, Robert Hatter was ranked, he's ranked number 14 in Rivals, but on 3 got him at number 30. They'll compare him more so with ESPN. That's what I mean by they're the measuring stick. So you guys see now, speaking of the ESPN rankings, Hudson Greer, happens to be our highest rated player from the state of Texas. Hudson Greer is number 21, according to ESPN. Kingston Flemings from out of San Antonio is number 23. Hudson is from Austin, Texas. Austin Lake Travis, but he's transferring to Montverde this fall. So this is one thing about this batch of rankings. I don't think I've ever recalled the top 2 players from Texas being not from Dallas or DFW or not being from Houston or Greater Houston. Top 2, according to ESPN, Hudson Greer at 21, Kingston Flemings at 23. Now, they go on, and there's not another player listed to Jaden Tomes, who's with USA Basketball right now in their quest for the gold medal in
What
the
year is that, Jim?
U17, 2025.
So Sheldon is not in it? Where's Sheldon at?
So that's the I'm getting to it. I'm going down the line.
Okay, my bad.
Jaden Tomes is number 32, right? He's from out of DFW. John Clark is number 35. John Clark is transferred to Link Academy, right? Then after John Clark, you have Sebastian Williams Adams at number 43. Then at number 47, you have Shelton Henderson at 47. Now, Shelton Henderson, when it becomes transparent or becomes obvious that either 2 things is, number 1 is the ESPN pool of rankers aren't sold on Shelton Henderson. That's transparent by their ranking. It ain't the end of the world. They aren't sold. And on a good note, it's the perfect time for them rankings to come out, because now I was wondering, because Shelton Henderson right now is in Las Vegas at the Jason Tatum Elite Camp that's hosted by Nike. So Shelton is number 47. He sees this. Hudson Greer is up there too. Ironically, they play on the same grassroots team. There's no mistake, make no mistake about it. Shelton Henderson, and it's no discredit to Hudson Greer. And it's not saying, that's not how you got to be. Listen to how I'm wording this. Shelton Henderson has been the most productive on that team this spring/summer with the JL3 Elite. That is without debate. When it came down to recently, a few weeks ago, Shelton Henderson and Hudson Greer both went to USA Basketball to try out for the same spot on the same USA Basketball team. Shelton Henderson beat out Hudson Greer for that spot. And helped the team win a gold medal. That moved the needle amongst the NBA people. Shelton Henderson did not come to NBA Top 100 camp because he was with USA Basketball in Argentina. Now Shelton gets to see this. It should serve as supreme motivation. If you've never seen a kid motivated, if this can't motivate you to go into Peach Jam with steam coming out of your nose, especially if you see Paul Biancardi on the sideline. I'm going to tell you right now, if they had an odds maker or a bookie on grassroots basketball, and they put out the lines for these grassroots amateur games, I would bet the house on Sheldon Henderson on whatever team he's playing on if Paul Biancardi is on the sideline watching, or if John Stovall is on the sideline watching. He is probably going to go in a bag, because that's what dogs do when they see such, when they
But
have
Jimmy,
such
he's
opportunities.
been a dog
You go
for
and
all
either you're
summer.
gonna prove a person wrong or you're gonna prove them right. Guess that's
But
all.
Jimmy, he's
happen.
been a dog all
I'm
summer.
just saying, I'm betting on this young man to go and use this. But they don't, obviously they don't think, what kind of dog? That's the thing. They don't think he a bulldog. Obviously by the listing of him being at number 47.
But Jimmy,
that's
what you
outside
say?
of the
he
range.
just ain't on the right side of
I'm
politics.
not talking about the number in the 40s. Understand it in due time. Put it like this: what if he goes to Peace Jam and does what I just described? Then what if in November the fall rankings come out right at the edge before those last 4 slots are that's normally unfilled for the McDonald's game? Technically, most people, when I say about the McDonald's All-American game, most voters know 20 of the 24 or 18 of the 24 at least by the time the summer is over. Most of them do. They probably won't admit it publicly, but I've spoken with several of those guys and over a vast amount, a sample size of time, and this is about the range of what they know already. So Sheldon would probably be on that within the outside looking in for one of those 6 slots, not because ESPN, but I'm sorry, in the eyes of ESPN. He may be already in on another voter's eyes who saw him perform and earn that spot on the team. Now, what I'm saying is, he's already been a dog, and we know he has. But at the same time, that's what everybody can say. There's a kid number 80 right now. There's somebody saying, "Hey man, they got him way too low. He need to be number 40 or number 30." It happens. I get it. But when a kid is made USA Basketball, if you're saying if he didn't make USA Basketball, if he didn't make that team, you're basically saying, what number would he have been then? What, 70? 60? What range? That's what I meant saying, what number? It's the range. Would he been top 80? Because this is the reward that was granted upon Sheldon Henderson. So now guess what? Rumble, young man, rumble. Go out there and do some work. Get better. You'd rather, and who knows, in November, Sheldon Henderson can be number 18. Number 19 can be number 40. You'd rather be it's where you are at the end of the race, not at the beginning. But, that's transparent. That's a little bit out of range. The rank, I don't get too much into that. I see Kyon Anthony as at number 41 on this list. Right now, Kyon Anthony is not more recruitable than Sheldon Henderson.
Wait a minute, he's ahead of Sheldon?
He's putting up numbers and scoring. Trying to see if I'm still on here. You guys can hear me or not. Okay, now I'm okay. I guess I'm still here. It froze up for a second. I don't know about the difficulties that's going on today on the Chop Shop. We can get you guys to share the show. We were talking about the rankings, but now as we move on, the class of 2020 We're talking about that class of 2025, and um, there's a lot of Texas guys that are ranked amongst the top 100. See Nigel Walls at 63, BJ Davis Ray at 62, King Grace at 66, Jeremiah Green at 54. Um, I'm looking down the list and seeing Cameron Paul at South Grand Prairie at number 87, Jermaine O'Neal Jr. at number 90, Caden Bug Edwards at number 91, and so I'm estimating that's about 10 kids from Texas that are in the top 100 on ESPN. I'm gonna go back and count them. Bug Edwards, Jermaine O'Neal, Cameron Paul, Pat Pinkins. That's Coach Pinkins' son. All right, he's at number 76. Then we go up to King Grace at 66 again. Nigel Walls, 63. BJ Davis Ray, 62. All right. Go up to Jeremiah Green at 54. Then, of course, Sheldon Henderson at 47. Sebastian Williams Adams at 43. John Clark at 35. Jaden Tomes at 32. And, of course, Kingston Flemings at 23. And Hudson Greer at 21. So how many that is? I think that's either 14 or 15 from the state of Texas, which is a large number, but it's almost seemed like they're purposely spread out from ESPN to make sure. You gotta realize a lot of people ain't happy Texas has been getting all these McDonald's All-American, and a lot of people ain't happy that DFW has been the most boastful city in the United States when it comes to boys basketball or men's basketball. A lot of people ain't happy about that. A lot of people don't they envy that.
But don't Paul be incarnate?
You bundled it in Texas.
Jimmy, don't
that's
Paul
how they
be
used to
incarnate
classify us, Texas. All right? So a lot of people, this could be some of the pushback against that.
Don't Paul B. and Cardi live in Dallas?
It's good stuff right here, Hal.
Jimmy, evidently you can't hear me for some reason.
So, in the class of 2020, no.
Paul B. and Cardi lives in Dallas.
No, he don't live in Dallas.
Where he lives?
Francesca live in Dallas. Paul doesn't live in Dallas.
Okay. You're right. Okay.
No, he don't live in Dallas.
Okay.
Also,
but Jimmy, I got a question for you right quick.
When did he move to Dallas?
No. I might be wrong. I thought he did. I was thinking about the coach. You're right. Fran Fischella.
Francella live in Dallas.
You're right. I got him mixed up.
Paul doesn't live in Dallas.
No. I got him mixed up. But how does that feel to you? Because you came out and I remember you had a profound statement. You said 2025 was going to be one of the greatest classes Houston ever had. And now these people nationally are not recognizing those guys. How does it make you feel?
Well, they're being recognized. It's just that, understand, it's the blessing and the curse from 3 of our top 4 guys from out of Houston were on the same grassroots team. That's not. I
Oh,
mean, and normally that means more is expected of you when it happens like that. So that means they each can steal each other's thunder over a period of time, which they have done. At first, it was Nigel Walls. Then it was Sebastian Williams Adams. Then then it became Sheldon Henderson. And as far as the leader of the race, and this is one of the things. But at the end of the day, all you got to do is just keep winning. And it reminds me of the Night Riders about 4 years ago. The team they had with an abundance of talent, and they kind of stole each other's thunder here and there. But and when they got to they ran ship, got to the 17 youth season, that last one, they lost a little bit of their lust, but those guys were still recruitable on a greater level than this. Nigel is playing his best basketball right now. Nigel Walls, I like that. Now, like I mentioned earlier, Sheldon Henderson has motivation now. We're just wondering if you're gonna get comfortable because some other team people listings have him in the top 20. So now he has a reason to be hungry. Well, now also Sebastian Williams Adams, he has motivation. You know, he has motivation, and to get himself up in that range. So collectively, if those guys get to talking on the phone and get back to where they were in that ninth grade or 2 years ago or 1 year ago when they won the college basketball academy, or the USA basketball runs the team division of it. Won first place, get back into that mode. Look here, you know, we got work to do. It'll sort itself out. But remember, I was telling that 2025 class, 15 players ranked in the top 100. I haven't did the count, but I'm going to go out on the ledge and say I don't and challenge that if somebody count them up, no other state has more than 15. That lets you know that we have 15 players that they deemed at least to be 4-star. That lets you know the talent. That's deep. That's a very deep class. You got guys that hell on some days, Bug Edwards, hell can be. You take him before you take on Jeremiah Green on a lot of days. Well, Jeremiah Green is in the 50s. Bug is number 90 something. So that's what I'm saying. It's not the range of those stars. The college coaches know that when they're recruiting these guys, they'll know that on that star system. They're getting a 4-star. They know what a 4-star is supposed to be. They know what he's expected to be based on the particular potential or the particular outlet that's there. So that's in a nutshell. Now, how about this? The class of 2026, Alan? Class of 2026? There's only let me go back and check. I want to say I only saw one player from Houston on that list on the class of 2026. Alan, Texas is in trouble for the class of 2026. The highest ranked player from the state of Texas in the class of 2026 is Dakari Spear. That's the young man from the Colony who had that superb game opposite Sheldon Henderson when they played Bel Air in the TABC showcase. He's number 33. Christian Gibson is number 37. Those are the top 2 players from the entire state of Texas. I've been doing this stuff for 25 years, guys. I've never seen, once again, never seen a player that been the first player from Texas listed that low on it. Never, since I've been doing this, never seen
but
a player
things can change in a year.
representing the state of Texas.
Things can change in a year.
Like I say, I'm paying attention. When I see Paul, I'm gonna say, Paul, you got something against Texas? Paul gonna justify it and say, no, absolutely not. It will change in a year for somebody, for the But I And yeah, thanks, Jocks Amont. It's 4 players from that one team, from JL3 out. That's in the top 100. Expectations arise when there's 4 from one team, from the same class.
So now what you're
that's
saying
in the
is,
top 100.
so this is a model that you shouldn't play on a team for the guys, ranked guys. Some people could use this and say, man, I'm not playing with all them guys on the same team in the future.
I mean, that's the blessing and the curse. But if you're looking for recruitability to spike upwards, there's going to be the opportunity for exposure increases. Because if USA basketball is coming to watch one, they got to notice something about the others. So that's how you can say that may have been one of the ways that some of these guys got invited in USA basketball, because they had to spend more time. They started liking 2 of them. Then guess what? They noticed the third one. And when they start liking the third one, he get an invite and notice something else. So this is what happens. You get the attention is up on you. Some people can handle those lights. Some people can't, Now, as I mentioned, class of 2026, man, our bell curve don't start to number 33. And truth be told, after Christian, what's so funny? Had I just thought about 26, 27, just thought about something. What's the young man name from Seven Lakes that played at Seven Lakes, Adam? The young fella.
Nas Price.
That just transferred.
Mm-hmm.
Nas Price, right?
Yeah.
And Nas Price was from that class of 2026, right?
Okay.
Nas Price left Seven Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
He went to play for Mocan.
Okay.
That's a Nike sponsored team. Nas Price was not at Elite 100 camp, which is deemed for the top sophomores in the country.
Ain't he hurt?
So Nike didn't deem that Nas Price was good enough to be there. Nas Price is not listed among the top 60 of his peers per ESPN in the country. You know what that means? I mean, Nas Price got work to do. That's what that means.
Wasn't he hurt, Jimmy, though?
Anyway, at what point?
I'm talking about now.
He could be now. I haven't seen him.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but that could be the reason. That could be the reason. But there's been players that's been hurt that ESPN still put him in the rankings.
But he ain't like that.
We saw that.
He ain't like that.
That's that means he got work to do.
Yeah.
He was the measuring stick when he was in Houston for that class. He was the measuring stick. Now, Christian Gibson
is the man.
Has passed him up, according to ESPN. Christian Gibson at Maid Creek High School. Yeah. So that's interesting. I'm looking at that's interesting. Pretty interesting.
Let's get out of here because I don't like the way this thing is going.
Yeah, I was reading some of the comments. People was asking question. Yeah, let's get on. Let's close this thing out. This thing is not the technical guys deserve out there.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.